Hi, I'm Roseanna from Moara Crochet, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a really special pattern which I have been linked up with Hobbii in Denmark, and today is the pattern release. So here is a new pattern. This pattern is one of my new crochet pattern releases, and it's called Feilds of Gold. And within this shawl you will see all the little wheat symbols all the way through, which creating a textured surface. So let me just tell you a little bit about this scarf. So this scarf is called Feilds of Gold, which was inspired from my last trip to England. And I happened to be there late summer. And I was in Suffolk with my godmother, and we were driving in the countryside, and it was filled with beautiful golden fields of wheat. And the images of those dried stems up against the sunset was so beautiful, and it really struck a chord with me that when I got home to Brazil, I had to turn this design into some form of crochet. So that was the inspiration. Then earlier this year there was a submission call out for crochet designs, and I was very lucky and got through with Hobbii, and they chose this design. So I'm going to give you a bit of information about this gorgeous shawl. So to start with, I'm going to talk about the yarn. Now I have only got a teeny tiny little bit of yarn left. Now this yarn, can you see that? This yarn is a mix of cotton and alpaca. So it's really good for those transitional seasons. And this was a yarn that I had never used before. It was really quite fluffy. I didn't expect it to be as fluffy as it was. It's a really, really soft texture, which nicely balances with the structure of cotton, which can sometimes be a little bit harsh. It does loosen up with washes, of course, like all cotton does. But the mix and twist of the alpaca on top creates a really beautiful autumnal winter yarn. And I was lucky enough to get some of this yarn. I'm not sure the colour of this yarn. It is a yellowy golden colour. As soon as I know, I'll put a link down below. So I was sent 14 balls of this yarn. Now this scarf is substantial. This is a big scarf. Look, I believe it's just over 2 meters. I will put in all the specs underneath. So this is a scarf which you can wrap around. I still got a loose end there. You can wrap around, you can use it in the winter, use it in autumn, wrap around like this, or I like to have just one triangle down and then I wrap over as this to have that little flow down one side, but also you can see the design very, very clearly. So a little bit of information about this scarf. This scarf is not designed for beginner crochet. As you know, I like my patterns to be that little more advanced, a little more challenging. This is designed for somebody who has the basics in crochet. Somebody who's ready to go on to the next level, have a little bit of challenge, or somebody who already has experience with crochet. Now, the stitches that will be used is going to be a front post double crochet, and then I've created a modified stitch to create this raised texture. Now don't worry, all the information for this scarf will be linked onto the website, and I'll pull a link down below for you, and it will give you step-by-step instructions. Now if I am allowed, I will try and make a video for some of these stitches and link them on. So I'll have to double check that I'm allowed to do that. If I am, I will put everything down below. So materials, this is a substantial scarf. This is big. This is going to be like a blanket. Therefore, it's going to use a lot of yarn. But believe me, it is worth it. This is going to be a piece you will grab over and over again over the next few years. maybe next 10 years. Let's see how it goes. So this yarn, I have used over 14 balls, and this is all I had left after 14 balls of yarn. I believe per ball was 110 grams, and there will be all the information, like I said, below. So this is over 1500 meters of yarn, and the weight of this yarn is a very thick fingering, bordering on sport, maybe light DK. The crochet hook you will need is a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, your normal tapestry needle, some scissors, and a stitch marker. Now to construction. The construction of this scarf will start from the tip, and then it's going to grow and grow and grow gradually with the design put in. So it's from tip upwards, and this is work back and forth, so the design is turned. Like I said, there are textural stitches to create these motifs, and then at the end I've just added a very, very simple trim to not take attention away from this design. So I hope this has been a really helpful video. I hope you like the design. As I said, I'm going to put a link down below where you can access design, get all the information, and also links to the yarn. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, and love you and leave you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!